If you're moving to Boston, these are 5 things that you need to know. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joe Majorana and I am a realtor here in Boston for the Stephen Cohen team, the #1 team in Boston according to Boston Magazine. Check out my channel for more information about real estate in Boston and tours of apartments and homes for sale or for rent. And before we get started on today's video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and like this video. This will help my videos get out to the people who need to see it. If you're looking to buy, rent, or sell, make sure to send me an email and my team can help. So let's get to it. These are 5 things you need to know before you move to Boston, especially if you're coming from a different state or another country like so many of you are. Let's just rip off the band-aid, the broker fee. As far as I know, New York City and Boston are the only 2 cities that require the tenants to pay the broker fee, as opposed to the landlords. I do not know who made this rule. Because of this, landlords have every incentive to use an agent to list their property, because they don't want to deal with the headaches of all the emails, phone calls, putting the applications together, reviewing these applicants, and all that. They don't have to deal with that. So it is to their advantage to use an agent. It is possible to find an apartment that doesn't have a broker fee. However, many of these listings won't even call you back because maybe they're fake listings. And your options become even lower in a city that has severely low inventory. How much is a broker fee? Usually the broker fee is equivalent to 1 month's rent. So if your rent is $3,000, your broker fee will be $3,000. Who gets the broker fee? If I rent an apartment to you, do I make $3,000? I wish. So they split the broker fee. So if it's $3,000, they're splitting that in half. After the broker fee is split in half, a portion of that is actually given to the broker. And then after that, a portion of that is given to my team. Then after that, a portion of that is given to the government. So don't think an agent is making $3,000 off of 1 rental, unless that rental is $14,000. Then yes. Heading into #2, the 9/1 lease cycle. Most apartments are available for September 1st. This is a result of the huge student population here. The second most common lease date is actually June 1st. That is when a lot of people come to Boston to start work. However, it may seem that 90% of all leases in Boston start on September 1st. So I always say, if you have the option to move here on August 1st or September 1st, always choose September 1st. There's almost no leases in August. And a lot of landlords who start a lease outside of the 9/1 cycle, they would prefer that the lease ends on 8/31 of the following year, just so that they can get back on the September 1st cycle. Also, another tip, since everyone's moving on September 1st, make sure to book your moving truck well in advance. I would say if you know you're moving to Boston September 1st, book your moving truck even before you find an apartment. We all know moving is not fun. It is especially not fun when you have to get a moving truck outside of the city. You're just going to waste so much time on what is already a full and stressful day. The only thing that's better than saving money is saving time, because you can always make money back, but you can't make time back. So schedule your moving truck as soon as possible so that you can get a moving truck in a location that's convenient for you. #3, viewing apartments. Usually you need to give 24 hours advance notice to view an apartment. This is because tenants could be living in the apartment. So if you see an apartment that you like online and you call up the broker and you say, hey, I would like to view this apartment, I'm in the area, is it possible that we can see it? Chances are you're not going to be able to see it at that time. So just know that you're not able to see apartments right away, or sometimes you won't be able to see it unless you give 24 hours notice. This is also important to keep in mind if you're only in Boston for a short period of time when searching for an apartment. #4, Boston hates dogs. Okay, that might have been a little too aggressive. What I meant to say was most apartments in Boston are not dog friendly. I am not sure why. I am pretty sure that humans tear up an apartment more than a dog can. It's not dogs who aren't doing their dishes or punching holes in the walls, it's humans. Again, I don't make the rules. Just know that if you are looking to move to Boston and you have a dog, your potential options have decreased by more than half. So if you're thinking of getting a dog before moving to Boston, don't do it. Well, at least think twice about it. #5, work with a reputable realtor. I'm going to be honest, it's very easy to get your realtor's license out here. However, it's not easy to be a realtor out here. 90% of the people who get their realtor's license are no longer practicing after 2 years. The low barrier to entry means that there are so many realtors out here that have no experience running around the city. This is not a knock to them. Everyone has to start somewhere. But let me think of how to say this without getting canceled. They're not organized, or their communication is really bad. Maybe you'll have an appointment and you show up to the apartment and then you call the agent after 5 minutes of him not showing up, and then you realize that apartment's already rented. Or maybe you're about to see an apartment and then you're texting the agent, you're calling the agent, and all of a sudden they just don't respond anymore. Or you could be like me when I moved to Boston 3 years ago. You meet with the agent at one property, and then the next property he says, okay, for the next property, you can either walk there or take an Uber. I'm gonna take the train. What? Don't worry, I can drive you around. Especially when you're coming from out of state, your time is precious and you can't be wasting time with people who don't respect yours. So in order to avoid this, just make it easy for yourself and send me an email. I usually cover Boston, Brookline, and Cambridge. If you're outside of my coverage zone, don't worry, I'm gonna find you a realtor who's gonna be able to provide great service for you. I know how it is. I've been in your shoes before. Moving from a city to another city that you've never been to before, only having a couple days to see apartments. It seems that everything's so expensive, but it's disappearing so quickly. That's why I make these videos. That's why I created this channel. And that's why I've helped so many people from out of state and around the world. So send me an email. Let me know what brings you to Boston. When are you moving? How many bedrooms do you need? Which neighborhoods are you interested in? Then let me know if you're gonna be bringing any pets. From there, I will help you identify which properties are the best for you and help you find your next home in Boston. So let's review my 5 things you should know before moving to Boston. Number 1, renters pay the broker fee. And the broker fee is usually equivalent to 1 month's rent. It's never more than that. Okay. Number 2, most people move on September 1st. Make sure to book your moving truck well in advance. Number 3, remember you need to give at least 24 hours notice in order to view an apartment. Please keep this in mind if you're only in the city for a day or two. Number 4, having pets significantly decrease your options. Number 5, find a reputable realtor, aka send me an email today. Number 6, subscribe and like this video. Number 7, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Here's another video that you might like, and here's a playlist of apartment tours that you may find helpful. My name is Joe Majorana, and I'll see you on the next video.